reference the Vedas of India, which are the oldest metaphysical teachings on the planet. They go back hundreds and thousands of years. Srimad Bhagavatam, Upanishads, Ayurveda, all it is. And what they say is that the Earth is a middle planetary system, right? So you have the hellish planetary systems, right? And then you have the middle planetary system, and then you have the heavenly planets, and beyond that is, beyond the Mahatattva is the spiritual realm, right? But in Earth, there's also very demoniac souls that take birth on this planet, right? So, because you know what? The truth is the truth. The truth was the truth 10,000 years ago, and it will be the truth 10,000 years from now. But we're in a very spiritual place right now of awakening. This is the golden age within the Kali Yuga for the next, it started 500 years ago. People call it the awakening, the great awakening, all these different terms they have for it. But people are waking up consciously and spiritually. And that's why we have to understand it's always the darkest before the dawn, right? That's what they say. So the more people are waking up, the more these evil bastards that are doing what they're doing, they're starting the wars, all this stuff around the planet, right? They're going to step up what they're doing too. Alkalinity is very important. So when people say, oh, I'm going to eat all this meat, you know what happens to them eventually? They get osteoporosis. You know why? Because all this lactic acid builds up in the blood. And what happens is the body, being the perfect machine that it does, it starts leaching calcium from the bones and different parts of the body, right? To counteract the acidity in the body. Because the body's always trying to rectify to a perfect pH balance. Body's always trying to do that. So that's why it's important for us to eat the right foods and purify our water and get the fluoride out of our water and all these chemicals. Like I said, I eat what's right for me. I eat what's right for the animals. I eat what's right for the planet. If somebody wants that knowledge, the books are out there. They can get it. But I don't live to eat. I eat to live.
So welcome everyone. Today I have an interview with John Joseph, who is someone I really wanted to interview for a long time. He's one of my most anticipated guests. And John Joseph is a musician. He is actually now in his 60s. I think he's 62, and he has a fascinating life. So he was heavily involved in punk rock scene in New York. Lead singer of Cro-Mags, and he had very troubled past. So he was involved in crimes, in abuse of substances, addiction issues, things like that. A really rough upbringing in New York. And then he actually turned into completely different direction and started purifying his mind, purifying his body. He actually became a vegan, plant-based diet. He's been a vegan for over 40 years now, 40. Turned into Hare Krishna movement, which, he believes helped him a lot as well to kind of find spirituality and things like that. And also became an athlete. So he's actually plant-based athlete and has been for quite some time, and is regularly competing in Ironman triathlons. If you don't know anything about Ironman, this is like a hardcore triathlon where they do a full marathon, over 40 kilometers run, something like 3.8 kilometers of swim, and 180 kilometers on the bike, all in one go. And he is performing at 60, I think, too, on a plant-based diet that he has been on for 40 years. So pretty crazy. But, his life is almost like a movie, really interesting story. And I actually, first time I heard about John Joseph was when I watched a documentary, Ironmind, by Brian Rose and London Real a couple of years ago. I'm gonna include the links below if you want to check it out. You gotta sign up to London Real website and you can watch it for free there. I got inspired by this movie and I was recommending it to many people. And then I felt like I really would like to talk to this guy and I would like to ask him some questions. And finally, a couple of years later, I managed to record the interview with John Joseph. And we discussed a lot of interesting things, from his views on spirituality and nature of reality and matrix, to how he overcame addictions in his new book about overcoming addictions, to things like just philosophy on life, plant-based diet, his views about veganism and health and lifestyle, etc. And, sport and motivation and everything in between. I honestly think this is a fascinating interview. He is not a typical guy, it's not my typical interview. But because this is uncensored, this is like going into all sorts of topics that unfortunately are problematic on some of the platforms, and big tech doesn't like some of the topics we discuss in this interview. I decided I will not publish it on this platform. I will actually post it on Rumble. Safer there. So the link will be in the description, and you click on it and you can watch the full interview. And before you're gonna go, one more thing. I just want to say, if you like True Theory, you like what we do, you like what I do, please consider supporting my campaign at truetheory.com/support. Have a look what's going on there, because we are still struggling, still going through a challenging period. This is just moving slowly, and it would be nice if some people who appreciate my work would help sometimes as well. I've been doing this for free for most people for many years, but sometimes we need help as well. So have a look at truetheory.com/support and support my campaign if you can. Have a look what's going on there, and go to the link to watch full episode with John Joseph. Thank you.